Hi, I'm Scott from Barfoot and Thompson, and thanks very much to everyone who watched my last market update. I hit up over 350 views on that on YouTube. Thanks so much. So that's inspired me to do another one quite quickly because some things have changed since that one. With the election and the usual winter slowdown in the market, we haven't had many listings. That's resulted in more competition at auction. So some properties selling above reserve again, prices just edging up. Some of the good properties really going crazy. So what I did want to say though is that I saw a statistic for the North Shore in July in the statistics, and it says that for the first time in a long time, the July 2014 was actually 1% down on July 2013. Now I thought I'd come and explain that to you regarding why I thought that was interesting. Last year the market rocketed away, lots of sales, prices shooting up, everyone talking about it. We got to July, August, properties were going crazy. September things started to change when the LVR rules changed. Now if you've watched my previous blogs, I did one late last year where I showed that the market in my calculations had moved down around 7.5% through to Christmas. So what I found interesting was that as we went through the months this year, January, February, March, right through to winter, the market was still showing, the statistics were still showing the market was up on the previous year. If you take March this year versus March last year, and this graph shows it really well. This is a diagram I've put together of how I feel prices have gone and how I calculate things and take seasonal variation out. This has no figures on it. This is just a graphical representation. One arrow here you've got March, the next arrow there you've got March. If you compare year on year, you're going to end up with, in this situation, even if prices are falling, it'll show as a statistical increase. And that's what's been showing in the media all year. And so what I wanted to say was the July figure, as I show in this next diagram, if you get to the peak and then you compare it with further on, then you can actually start to see that things have fallen. But they might not be still falling, but year on year, if you compare it that way, it will look that way. So it's very hard to compare month to month. We don't necessarily compare July with June or with December with November very much because we get seasonal variations in the quality and type of properties that are sold. In the spring months, as people come into summer, we list a lot more bigger homes with pools, views, beachfront properties, and so the statistics show an increase in price in those months. Actually, it's a change in the properties that we're selling. In winter, we sell smaller homes, investment type properties, often poorer condition, and so on average, prices show they fall in winter, whereas in actual fact, we know supply and demand has far more to do with that than actual seasonal variations and types of properties sold. So what I wanted to show was that we have felt that properties have fallen in price from winter last year, but earlier this year it was very stable. Come winter, we can now see in the stats that year on year there has been a change, but right now in the market the heat is on from the buyers. This weekend is the election. Post-election could be a different situation if we end up with that left side government with the parties of Labour, Greens, those types of things. There's going to be a few unknowns, and I'm not sure what the listings are going to be like in October. If it's the status quo with National, people will have the confidence of listing their home for sale in October. Auctions in November, move before Christmas. It's going to get busy again. That may mean that things just go flat and that we end up with the stable market that we've had earlier this year until winter. So there it is in a nutshell. Thought I'd let you know how it all works, and if you've got any questions, I'm here. I can help you with what's the best time to sell. Get in touch. Cheers.